a couple weeks ago, and Your Honor,
You don't have to say anything else. If it just doesn't work, it just doesn't work. I mean, you know, Miss Rochelle, you're old enough to understand that actions have consequences. And then when you do this, this is a lifetime action, you know? You cannot come back in this future and say, you know what, I changed my mind. I've got buyer's remorse.
Pause here. This is the judge making absolutely sure the defendant understands there's no undo button. A guilty plea isn't just today's decision. It follows you for life. This is why judges repeat themselves so much in plea hearings. Question for you. Do you think people really grasp the long-term impacts of a guilty plea in moments like this?
I'm going to return it like I want to go to Target. You know, once you plead guilty, that's it. Goes on your record. And there are consequences. You get pulled over, an officer is going to see this. You have the smell of alcohol, you got the smell of dope. What's going to happen? You have to be conscious. And what we're doing today, the proverbial slap on the wrist, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Do you understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeals, is what I was saying, that once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. Do you understand? Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, guilty or not guilty? You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. But like I'm telling you, this can be used to enhance punishment in the future. From now on, you will be looking at a second DWI if you pick one up. And from now on, it's up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine, not to mention a minimum of 30 days. Do you understand? All right. How did you plead? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, and I'm going to sentence you to the 3 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 1 day that you've done. I'm going to suspend your license for 90 days, ma'am. Do not drive until you get a license. Now, the other thing that you need to understand is DWI is extremely big business in the state of Texas. And when you pick up a DWI,
This right here is the wake-up call. Notice how the judge shifts from punishment to prevention, explaining ride-sharing like it's courtroom common sense. This is Texas DWI law in real life. Fines stack up fast, and license issues can snowball. Be honest, do you think harsher financial penalties actually stop repeat offenses or just trap people deeper?
there are surcharges in the amount of around $3,000. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's $4,500 that you owe. And if you don't pay it, you don't get a license until you do. Do you understand? On a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge, not to mention court costs. So you pick up a second DWI, you could be looking at around $7,000 in fines and fees when you walk out of here. So what I'm trying to tell you is one button on a phone, one button, wherever you want to go, they'll take you wherever. You understand? Where do we go from here? As far as surcharges and
Michelle's currently not working. She just got evicted from her apartment actually, and will be moving back to Arkansas, back home.
This is a rare courtroom moment. Accountability mixed with compassion. The judge acknowledges real-life struggles, then waives fees, but leaves one final message: think before you act. It's a reminder that mercy doesn't erase responsibility. What do you think matters more in cases like this? Punishment, second chances, or both?
So we have to have surcharges. Judge.
are you working?
No, I recently lost my vehicle, so I'm not able to get to work, which is why I recently got evicted, which is why I can't do the PTI. So I have to move back. I got the letter.
Are your folks around? Okay, go back. Go back. There's nothing wrong. You know, when I graduated law school, I was what, 30s? I went back to my folks. I lived with my folks until I saved money, a ton of money, and I was to be able to get something else. There's nothing wrong with it. Go back, get on your feet, and be the best person you can. But that's what it's about. You know, there's nothing wrong with going back to live at your house. Really. I did it and we all do it, you know? All right, I'll waive your surcharges. I'll waive the court costs.
Judge.
You're not going to go anything when you roll out here. The only thing that we ask of you is think before you act. Think before you speak, because God forbid you make some kind of mistake that's so catastrophic that you can't go back to mom and dad. All right? Good luck.
Hey, Judge.
How are you? What's new?
Not much. I'm just trying to get through this week because I am going on a trip next week.
Nice. Where are you going?
We're going to France, Iceland, and Denmark.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. Wow. Are you going 2 weeks or what?
Yeah, it's like a 10-day trip. So
That's so great.
my mom got on this kick where she's like, I've never traveled and I'm gonna die. And I'm like, you're not even 16.
Have you considered or looked into like tour guides or anything?
Yeah, so we have a 2-day tour booked in Iceland.
No.
Oh.
So you got to look at Rick Steves. Do you know who that is? Okay. Rick Steves is a guy that's got a show on PBS, and it's so great because this guy has a travel book and he tells you if you have a certain number of days and you're going to a certain number of location, he'll tell you what to do,
I love that.
where to go. He'll tell you how to get tickets in advance.
I
so that-
definitely need to look into that because I was their travel agent.
But here's even the better thing is like, I'll give you an example. When I went to Rome with my wife on our honeymoon, he has a guidebook and he also has on iTunes podcasts and virtual tour guides that you download to your phone. So when you go to like the Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
you walk in and you turn it on and you go, okay, he'll go, okay, walk 5 paces, look up. And this is a fresco that was painted by Michelangelo, and this was the date, and this was the thinking at
So
the
it's
time.
Going through like their little
Right.
thing.
It's so
Probably
great.
way better and more.
And dude, I'll give you another example. Like when you go in Venice, they have the Grand Canal where you get on one vaporetto, you go through the entire thing. Like you turn on one of the virtual tours and he'll go, okay, so as soon as you get on the boat and the boat starts moving in 2 minutes, press play. So you press play. All right, the boat's moving. Look to your right. There's the Guggenheim Museum. This is what was done there. So look into
Name
his,
again?
Rick Steves.
Rick Steves. Okay.
And he's got it for all over the world. It's great. Yeah.
I'm gonna download
When
that.
we go anywhere, which is not lately, because
Yeah.
we take Rick Stevens with us everywhere. It's like a Bible. It's
Yeah,
so-
that's awesome. That's good to know. I've
Take
never
a
heard
look.
of him. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the
This
recommendation.
is when you go and when you know what you're looking at, it's
Yes.
just so much more
Oh,
memorable.
yeah.
You
No,
know,
I like to know because usually I've Pinterest everything and I'm like, okay, we're gonna go see this thing. And my
Right.
parents are like, cool, it's another building.
is when I did it, it was free. I don't know if it is now. The
I'm sure it's not too expensive. If it is.
no, it's anyways. Who are you here on?
Terrence Bruget.
Okay. Okay, it's getting up there.
So we have a motion to withdraw on your queue on it for lack of payment. He is here today though.
Come up, Terrence. It's old though, man. You know.
I
It's-
understand.
There's nothing worse than when your lawyer is upset. You know? Do you work? What do you do for a living? So you don't work for free, do you? You don't work free, do you?
I don't work for free, but I did.
So I don't want you, it's a rhetorical question. The thing is that your case is old and it's now where it's either put up or shut up and we're ready to go to trial. You know, your case is 140 days. In 40 days, this is when we set the case for trial. It's time to figure out what we're going to do. You know, I'd like you to get together with them to see what you can do to try to mend the relationship, but it's old and it's time to figure out what to do. You know? Can you try to see if there's something worth salvaging and
He's
mending?
communicated with our office, but there's still a large chunk that he owes. I mean, he can't guarantee us when he'll ever be able to get it to us. So that's just kind of where we're at this point.
So can I talk next week? Okay, I did discuss with the representative in charge of the payment, but
Our office manager.
the office manager. Honestly, I was supposed to pay before the end of December, but I did get sick. I did have some things going on, so I would like them to reconsider. And
You still work full-time? Do you earn a salary?
when I did get sick, it did affect my paychecks, for like quite a month. So I get paid every 2 weeks. I don't make go driving, so if I don't drive,
Salaried employee?
I get paid per hour. I don't get a salary. Salary is 6 per month. I don't get.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a medical driver.
Medical driver,
Yes.
okay? And how much money do you make an hour?
Now it's $15 an hour.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's not like that's something I did get sick, so I haven't been working for some time. I was in pain, I couldn't even walk. And I went to ER.
so when is the last time you've worked?
I did get back on my feet and
So you tell me you haven't worked at all? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yes, they recovered for like quite a week and it did affect my paycheck. So I haven't been able to make the payments that I was making. But I did make a payments like I think yesterday. I didn't even make a payment, so I need more time in order to make more payments, to the point that they will reconsider.
We're at the stage where it's time to set your case for trial or end it somehow. We're not at the stage where we're going to push your case another 6 months no. It's time to work these things out. I mean, there's no way to,
I mean, that's up to your discretion. I can let the office know if you don't want to sign our motion, and then we'll continue to work on the case, but.
If the owner, you can give me more time, I will get back to the point that they'll be able to consider for the.
how much time are you talking? Say it again?
If I can have a month or 2 months or
not
small
gonna-
payments.
So let me see, I'll have you fill out an application, but I don't know if you're going to qualify for an appointed lawyer. You need a lawyer to represent you. And I'm going to tell you now, even if I let them withdraw, whoever you hire, you're going to be in an extremely fast track getting ready for trial because your case is 140 days. So like I told you, at 180, we set that for trial. I need to know everything about you, how much money you make an hour. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, what kind of cars you drive, everything about you to see whether you qualify. If you don't qualify, you're going to have to go hire someone else. And then you're going to spend a bunch of money elsewhere.
So let me ask you a question. How long can I have in order to be back on track for the payments?
I don't know. That's something that you need to negotiate with them to see what they're willing to take. But I'm going to tell you now, if you don't qualify for a lawyer, all the money that's been already spent, it's just,
But she is on a PTI track, and at this point, he's also gonna have to spend the money on the fees and
Yes,
stuff for
even
PTI.
Look, I take this seriously. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween. You truly have to qualify because when we give out court-appointed lawyers, it's I pay for it, they pay for it, they pay for it. We all pay for it. And I take it seriously, and it's not fair to just hand them out. You have to qualify. I'm following the law. So if you want, how do I pronounce your last name?
Okay.
Okay, if you'd like, I can have you fill out an application to see whether you qualify. But if you don't, like I said, it is what it is.
May I have at least a month to be able to get the balance, please?
Of course.
A month,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, no. No, we're not gonna sit this where you're gonna come back in a month, nothing's happened. I'm not gonna play this game. We need to decide today what's gonna happen. Because in a month, now we're at 109 So let's do this. If you want, I can give you an application to fill out. I can wait to see whether I'm gonna grant or deny your motion, In the interim, if you wanna try to negotiate something, I don't know. But like I said, I take giving court-appointed lawyers seriously. I don't hand them out like candy because the public pays for it. And it's not fair for them to pay for something when you can afford it. You just don't want to pay. I don't know how much money you have in the bank. I've never met you, sir. I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of car you drive. I don't know if you drive a Shelby Cobra. So let's do that. I'll have you fill out an application. If you want to try to talk to them to mend the relationship, perhaps that can work. If not, I'll wait to get your application and we'll go from there.
Yes, I want to talk to them. I want to try to have a deal with them, please.
With what?
I'm trying to see what kind of deal I can have with them for payment plans.
So
if
you
they
can go
set
call
me
the
up.
office again, but they've already told you no.
Yes, please.
So
Just, you have to understand that relationships are built on trust, right? And if you're not forthcoming with the side and you put them off and you put them off and you say you're going to do this and you say you're going to do that, and then you go back on your word repeatedly, that goes a long way, you know? So, well, I'll have you step back. You tell me what you want to do. And I'll give you a couple minutes. I don't want you to make a decision here. Take a step back. You guys just
we'll check back in.
let me know what you want to do. All right. Please.
Thank you.
For sure. Okay, so here's the deal. You're basically in the home stretch of this thing anyways to enter the diversion program. Elena's gonna get the contract. She's gonna need to go over it with you. You will need to do two more remaining things. You will need to get the interlock. You will have to pay the district attorney fee. Once you do that, you will be in the program. So it's at 140 days now. I guess we can give you, 30 days for you to get it done.
Okay, I will be out until the first week in February. Would that be okay when you say it's in February?
You're really gonna be on all of January?
Yes. I'm coming back the last week of January, the first 2 days, but then I'm taking a COE the last part of January. So you can try to get it in if it's just a DA fee.
Yeah, it's just, it's
If we could get that in, I guess before the end of the year, that would be great.
yeah. How soon will it take you to there's a $300 fee and you have to get the interlock. How long do you think it'll take for you to do that?
Okay, for you said 300?
Uh-huh.
I can pay it, I guess
Once
2 weeks.
you pay that, get proof, and do you have the interlock in your car now? Okay, you need to do both of those things to enter into the program.
The program?
The sooner you do it, the better, because she's leaving all of January, I guess.
The alternative, I don't know if there's no driving affidavit if he doesn't have. I guess we need to look at the license suspension and I'll take a look at that.
Can you
Yeah,
run
I have
us?
I have an ALR and my driver's license is not suspended.
Okay.
What are you saying?
His driver's license is not suspended,
Okay,
so
so
he would have to get the
And
interlock.
Your Honor, I have an email saying that he was approved for a portable due to him operating a work company vehicle. So I believe a portable is what has been offered by Brenda, is what she said in an email.
Got it. Okay, so let's do this. Do you think you can pay the DA fee and get the interlock done within the next 2 weeks?
Next 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
I'm sure about the fee, but for the interlock, I don't know how much I'm supposed to pay for.
Ms. Elena can get with you to let you know how to do that. All of that is in the contract.
In the contract.
Have information within all the various vendors and they can tell you how to get that. set.
Right. So why don't we do this? Why don't we set it, I guess maybe like, you wanna do that?
I don't have a problem with 12:30.
Okay, so we'll set you off for the 30th, okay? You're gonna need to get together with Miss Elena quick so that you guys can get on the same page. The most difficult thing will be for you to get the interlock, but you need to make the appointment as soon as possible because they're really busy. Don't wait till the day before court. Call today, tomorrow, or the next day to make the appointment. When you get that, pay also the DA fee, and then you're in the program, okay? The idea is to do that before she goes, because she's gonna be gone for a long time, and it makes no sense for you to wait all that time when you can be working toward the goal,
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right,
Thanks, thank you.
good luck.
Right.